Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, we help members of the public get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. We give them a choice of sitting down with one of our regular dealers. They're going to try and tempt them with a cash offer on the table today. Now, if that's not thought to be enough money, there's an alternative. Place the same goods into an auction and hope to get more money there.
You all done at 75?
Today the show comes to you from Newbury. There's a nice crowd of people here. They've brought along their antiques and collectibles. They are determined to do business. Why? Of course, they want to walk away with the real deal.
First today we have an unassuming box that will appeal to collectors. But does it appeal to Tim?
Hi Jean.
Hi Tim.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You've brought a little box along today
Yes.
for me to look at.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you acquired it?
Well, I bought it at an antiques fair, I think in the early 90s, about 92, 93.
So do you collect little boxes and things
Yes,
like
I do.
that?
I like small
the
objects.
posh word for it, Jean, is bijouterie.
Thank you, Tim.
That's what you call it, bijouterie.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the little box. It's going to date from the late 18th century, sort of like 1790, maybe 1800s.
Yeah.
And when you imagine that this is just all made with little pieces of straw,
I know,
it's
it's
quite
amazing. Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And they've sort of made it to look almost like a mosaic. It might be prisoner of war, but I think it's a little bit too well done for that personally.
Right.
I don't think it is prisoner of war. And it's got a little scene on it here of this little boy giving this little girl a bunch of flowers, sort of quite a romantic scene. Did you give a lot of money for it when you bought
Do you know,
it?
I honestly can't remember now, Tim. I would have probably paid a reasonable amount for it, because for the small items,
and
you
they
tend to pay a bit more.
They are quite collectible,
Yeah.
quite desirable. I'm going to try and make you an offer today and see whether you accept it. £50. No.
No, Tim, not quite enough.
What about £70?
No.
Oh. What about 80?
No. You're getting closer.
I'm getting closer. Right. What about if I took this £10 note away and put 20?
Not quite.
Not quite.
No.
What if I put that there, Jean? £100. You're smiling at me. I know that I'm warm.
You are warm,
I know
Tim,
that
yeah.
I'm warm, Jean.
Yeah.
Oh, David's here now.
Well, there are various views about this. First of all, late Georgian seems to be about right. Maybe the end of the 18th century or the early 19th century. Well, the opinions vary. They go somewhere around 100 to 180.
I think it's a little bit bullish, that, David, the estimate.
What we have to consider is this is very much a collector's item. There are dealers who will buy it to sell it to a collector, but nevertheless, it is a collector's item. So I still believe it's worth more than 100. The question is how much if it goes to auction, and will it sell at more than 100? Only the auction will tell you that.
Thank you, David.
So what do you think to that then, Jean?
Another 5, Tim, and I'll shake your hand.
I think it's quite a nice thing, that.
Yeah.
And I think there's a small profit in it. So,
Yeah.
£105. Have we got a deal?
Yes, Tim, I think that's fair. Thank
you
very much.
So will Tim make a small profit on the box? Find out at the end of the show. Now it's time to go on the buses with Mike. But will it be a quick trip to deal, or are we going all the way to auction?
Well. I better describe what all this is, haven't I? Yeah, and then you tell me how you acquired it.
I will.
We've got 2 of these filled, and I mean filled, with photographs of 1930s and 40s buses. Yeah?
Yep.
we've got, I don't know how many annuals of buses, right? Dating from the 69er, yeah? 74, 73, whatever. Then we've got postcards, a few postcards. These have got a definite value of trains. So I figure, and you can tell me differently, whoever started this collection up, started with trains, got fed up with them, went on to buses, and then when the life was buses.
I think that's probably about right. It's a collection that my second cousin built up over a number of years.
Yeah.
He sadly died about 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And in amongst the various things that came in my direction was these photographs. Now, you know, whilst I recognise it's a good collection, it's not really my thing. I'm afraid they've been in the attic for the last 12 years.
Well, I'm a bus maniac, I suppose, so I've got to say you've probably sat in front of the right guy.
Okay.
There'll be one lady watching at home now called my wife who'll be going, oh, not buses. But anyhow, right, well, here we go. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. There's no point in haggling. I'm just going to try and figure out. It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think there's probably well in excess of 1,000 photographs.
I agree.
Probably nearer 1,500.
I agree. About 6 buses.
This may be true.
What have I got? £100 there. I've got £160, £180, £200.
I think, as you say, you know, there's a number of photographs there. Maybe a little bit more.
If I put £250 down to clear your attic,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
you'd jump through hoops, wouldn't you? You'd call me
Thank you.
St. Michael, wouldn't you?
I guess I would.
Yeah? So I'm going to go 20, 40, and I'll find another tenner, and that's £250. I know you're going to take it, aren't you?
Yeah.
And call me St. Michael.
Thank
All
you,
right,
St. Michael.
cheers. Thank you.
Mike's certainly pleased to have bought the collection, but it looks like he may have some explaining to do when he gets home. Now with Karen is a piece that's been
Sean,
hidden
Karen,
away,
and your
which may have been a good
thank
thing.
you. I'm guessing this is a family piece.
It is, yes. It was
Okay.
given to me by my father. It was left to me. My mother had always had it on her sort of dressing table, and then I had it once she'd passed away. So.
Yeah, and you've decided to sell it now, have you?
Yes, it's just really been up in the loft for the
Oh, has
last
it?
10 years, so no
Actually,
point in keeping it up there.
That's actually done it a favour.
Oh.
Do you know what wood this is?
No.
It's rosewood. Let's have a look. We've got the nice brass corners on here. We open the box. That's if you don't mind me saying, that's actually quite disappointing because the inside of it isn't the quality of the outside.
It's the outside,
Yeah, it's really basic inside, isn't it? It's a real utility box. Writing slope. Let's open it up here. We've got the oak linings, and unfortunately we haven't got any secret drawers which would fit under there, and if it had it, you would have pulled one of these and it would have been sprung load and out it would have come. So I have to say, from the interior of it, it's a bit disappointing. Right, I see that we've lost the brass escutcheon here. So
Yeah, I can't ever remember it being there, to be honest. But
that
I
is a
don't
bit of a
know.
problem because they're such a precise shape.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
going to be an expensive job
Still
to
got the
replace. You got the key,
Got
but
the
no
key.
exception. Great. I'll put some money down on the table, Fliss, and I really hope you're not disappointed, but I can only put down the market value as I see it, and it's £50.
No, it's got to be worth more than that.
Are you expecting a lot more?
I was expecting more than that, yes.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll put another tenner down. I'll have a go at buying it, but that's as far as I want to go. You don't have to take the money though.
No, I think I'd rather not.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you fancy going to auction,
Yes,
do you?
I think I'd rather take my chance.
All right, you're going to
Right.
auction?
Yes, I will.
Okay,
I'll
well,
go
good
to
luck
auction.
and hope it does
Thank
really
you
well
very
for
much.
you.
Thank you.
Anyway,
It's coming up now, the rosewood brass bound writing box. It was a family piece, passed down through your family. You've got it in the loft at the moment, so it's not being used. It is a bit distressed. It needs a fair bit of work on it. Karen said, I'll give you £60. She said, no, it's worth a gamble. So you're here at the auction. What's it going to bring? They're not easy to sell, these things. Should bring a little bit more than 60.
55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 80 pounds at the room.
We're at the reserve at 80.
85 on the machine, at 85 pounds.
85 on the internet. Probably a restorer's looking in thinking, I can restore that.
Away. Are you still okay at 85 pounds?
Gamble has gone down at £85. We have some commission to take off. I make that £76. What's your reaction?
That's good. I'm
Satisfied?
pleased. Yes, I am. Yeah.
You're happy with that, and that is the real deal.
Coming up, what a lot of watches, but Mike's not keeping time.
What do you reckon them at?
Well, a minimum of £10 each, I'd have thought, yeah.
So that's £200.
Will Mike want to pocket all these? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. With Stuart is another heirloom, but today's family members aren't feeling the love.
Stuart
The time's come to sell, but for what price?
A bracelet. Cornelian, one of these semi-precious stones, mounted in silver. Tell me about it. What do you know about it and how long you've had it, sort of thing?
It's been in our family for probably over 100 years. Really, all we know about it, it's got some Scottish connection, or we're not quite sure what. It's likely it was made in Scotland, and you know, it's not really something that's to our taste anymore, so it's not something.
Okay, interesting. It is very Scottish, as you suggest, with the stonework and so on, but the silver being not hallmarked makes me think normally that it's continental, but everything else about it says Scottish, so fairly small as well, so perhaps it's the child rather than a grown woman, but well, you brought it here to sell it, so let's have a go. I mean, it's got its good points and bad points, but overall I do like it. It is a lovely looking thing, so let's see what we can do. 20, 40, 60, not hallmarked, £80.
Sorry, Stuart.
Miles away?
Quite a way away.
Am I?
Still, yeah.
Interesting. I'll go to 100, but I don't think that's going to be close enough, is it?
We're getting closer.
Are we? Yeah, we are, but 100's my bid now, I'm afraid.
Doesn't quite do it justice.
No.
Not quite, Stuart.
Okay.
We're nearly there, though.
Your other
Nearly
consideration would be auction.
there. Yeah, I thought about it. I mean, you know, we thought it was worth more than that, but of course, you know,
What were you hoping
I
for?
could be wrong as well. I was thinking in the 150 mark,
Well, yeah.
but I could be wrong too. I don't know.
That's my price, so auction or take my 100.
No, I'll take your offer.
Okay, well done. Thank you very much. That's a surprise.
Thank you.
Our next seller has found that there's no room at home to swing a cat. Will
Well,
this
Martin,
moppy
lovely to meet you. I'm Karen, and thank you for coming on the show and bringing me this rather nice print, I believe, isn't
Yes,
it?
that's
Not
correct.
the painting.
Oh, no.
So, what do you know?
Well, it's by Mary Fedden, who's a Scottish artist. She's a Royal Academician. She's in her 90s and still painting.
So how did you come by this one then?
I got it on the internet from a dealer.
I can see we've got the numbering down here,
That's
which tells
right.
me straight away it's a limited edition,
It's a limited
signed
edition,
print, isn't
yeah.
it? And this is 223 of 500.
Yeah.
So why have you brought it along today?
Well, we got quite a collection of pictures and paintings at home, and there's
Yeah.
only a small house.
Right. She's got a very, very distinctive style, hasn't she?
She has, yeah.
It's almost sort of primitive in its style, and there's of many cats.
Yeah.
And these little cottages by the seaside.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's lovely, and I think her choice of colours too is good. Let's put some money down on the table.
Thank you.
Right.
This is one of our
One.
most popular prints.
Well, of course it would be, wouldn't it?
With a pussycat on it. Everybody likes a pussycat.
3, 4, 5, 120 quid.
Some more, I'm afraid. But,
Yeah, did you give more for it than that?
a little more, yeah.
Yeah, you have to remember you bought off a dealer and he
I
made
know.
a profit.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to be less than what you gave for me to stand a chance. Yeah? Are you bearing that in mind?
I'm bearing that in mind.
£130 I'm going to put on the table.
Can you go a bit more than that? Some more?
I don't think I really want to go very much more because at the end of the day it's a print.
I think you'll do well with it.
Do you? You're very confident. Shame I'm not as confident as you. Right, I'm going to put another tenner down and then that's it, Martin. £140. I'm really trying. I'm trying hard. Come on, Martin, work with me. That's got to be a fair offer.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. So come on then, Martin. Tell me now, what did you pay for it on the internet?
About 120.
So you've done all right, really, then, haven't you?
They just, I might have made about £10 profit, I think.
Profit's a profit.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
This show is all about second-hand
name's
goods,
Mike Melody,
and
yours
we've
is
never
Tom.
seen
Tom,
more
nice to
second
meet you.
hands than this.
Tell me all about them.
Well, I'm a retired coin dealer, Mike, and about 9 years ago I bought a collection off a lady who rang me at home. She came up with about 12 watches as well, at the same time as the coin collection. So I bought those and just added to what I'd built up over the years, what had come with some coins. So ended up with 20 pocket watches that I'm now looking to sell. So.
Well, I don't blame you looking to sell them because of the most motley looking crew I've seen for a long time, aren't they? What we've basically got here, we've got, is it 2 or 3 silver ones?
Yeah.
We've got some stopwatches.
Yeah.
The type of thing that, like, every antique dealer's nightmare, and you being a coin dealer, you will know that the type of thing that they cost a lot of money to repair.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to get them in order. The plated ones, as you also know, haven't got a great value, although they're all dating. If we're absolutely honest, they're all probably 80, 100 years old, aren't they?
Yeah.
Some maybe, touch earlier, but touch later.
Well, I don't know if you haven't checked them, Mike, but I think there's some are actually working, you know.
Oh, is there?
I believe there's about 5 or 6 that are actually working.
Well, that's a bonus, isn't it?
That's a bonus, yeah.
5 or 6 out of 20 is not bad, is it?
No.
So there's only 15 that need repairing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what I've got to do? I've got to offer you some money.
Yep.
And when I haven't offered you enough, you've always got the option of going to auction, yeah? I'll get some of my money out and see where we go. So I suppose if I put 20, 40, 60, 80, £100.
No, I'll have to turn that down, Mike. That's
Would
just
you?
not enough yet.
What do you reckon them at?
Well, a minimum of £10 each, I'd have thought, yeah.
So that's £200. Do you think they'll make that in auction?
Yeah.
Do
I
you?
do, honestly, yeah.
Oh, fair enough then. £160, Tom.
Yes.
Hello, David.
160 quid on the table.
Yes.
How does that sound to you?
Still a bit short, I think, David. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what the independent valuers say. They all say, and the auctioneers, 150 to 2. There just seemed a lot of material there for the money. I have to agree with you. The question is, what are they worth individually? I mean, there are a lot of faults. And I think what Michael is saying is the price of restoration today is not cheap. At 160 quid, I think it's a good offer. It probably is worth a gamble, even though Michael's offer, I think, is sound. You could do just that little bit better in the sale room because of the huge size of the parcel.
Okay.
Somebody with less experience might put their toe deeper in the water with that lot.
Would you be prepared to go to 200, Mike, would you?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't because I know, I mean, at 160 I'm full up.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely full up, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take your offer, Mike, yeah.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
I'll tell you what, you played that one like a good one, eh?
I don't think Mike was expecting to end up buying the watches. Let's hope he'll be able to sell them on. Coming up, an ever-questioning expert's eye.
I'll be very honest with you, when you see a truncheon, a decorated truncheon like that, in that condition, today, I'm very suspicious.
Are the truncheons true?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Newbury.
This camera won't take your photo, so what's it for? Our Karen will shed some light on the matter.
Right, I think I know what this is, because I think I've seen one before, so I'll let you just run through it quickly.
It's a table lighter.
Yeah. Family piece?
It is. It's what my father bought. It was around when my brother and I were very young. It never had petrol in it then because it was a safety thing.
So I take it you didn't play with it much?
No, we didn't play with it at all. It just came out from time to time and we had a look at it.
Yeah.
And it went back in its box and it's the way it's always been.
Okay, so is this not a bit of a wrench then if it's something is it your brother you say?
Yes,
grown up with?
None of our children are in the least bit interested. I mean, in toys and gadgets are totally different now than when we were younger.
Right, so come on then Betty, I'll let you do a little demo. Yeah, great. So if we had some fuel in there,
and the
that would
spark
ignite.
ignites it.
I'm just amazed that it's in such nice condition. It's photo flash on the back. Great detail, isn't it, for something that's just a novelty item?
That is right.
Right, so have you ever thought about the value or seen the value anywhere?
Yes.
Come on then, reveal.
I wanted to see what you'd say.
So you're on about the value? Okay.
Yes.
Right, Betty, let's get some money down on the table. 20, 40 pounds.
I would have thought a little bit more than that.
Do you? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I'm in agreement with you, Betty. Hang on, I'm going to stick another tenner down, but I'm going to have to say I'm stopping now. So I'm putting 50 quid down on the table.
So you want to play?
You don't have to take the money. I'm obliged to sort of say that to you.
No, I think I will take it because by the time you've took 10% off.
Okay, brilliant. Wonderful having a deal with you. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for bringing it in.
Thank you.
Well, go on then.
Basically, my mum won a raffle to go on board the QE2 for a meal for two, and that was part of the prize.
Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just about retired, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that tea or whiskey in there?
It's whiskey.
All right. Well, it's in a nice presentation box. How long ago was that? How long ago did she get this?
About 15 years ago.
Fair enough. She's giving it you?
No, I'm just coming here on behalf of her.
Oh, are you to sell it?
Yeah.
What sort of ballpark figure did you have in mind for it?
And there was one. I found one on the internet for sale for £700.
I won't be paying that. But I'll put some money down and see where we get on.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. 20, 40, there's £60 there, £70, £75 is what I know.
Yeah.
I know that. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah? I think you'll probably do a lot better in auction with
Yeah,
it.
right, mate.
So do you want to try that?
Yeah, definitely,
right.
mate.
Well done. Thank you very much.
All
I hope
right,
you
mate.
do well.
Nice
Yeah.
talking to you.
Yeah. Oh, nice talking to you. Yeah.
Now, Craig, you brought along something that belonged to your mother.
Yep.
Now, what it is a crystal decanter with the contents. Aye, the contents. A wee dram of whiskey. There's a reserve of £580.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit substantial. I'm not so sure it's going to get to that kind of money, but our auctioneer was confident. Let's see what happens. It's coming up now.
£400 anywhere? 300 anywhere? With no interest, I have to say.
No interest at all. I had a feeling this was being over-egged.
Or in the room. I'm afraid it's passed.
What's your first reaction to that? A bit disappointed?
Yeah, a little bit disappointed, but I suppose it just have to come over me now, won't it?
So on the day, the real deal, I have to say, was with Michael Melody, a cash offer of £75. There was no offer here in the sale room. A little bit disappointing, as you can see from Craig's face, but maybe someone will get a smile on their face when they have a wee dram at home.
What have you bought us today? 2 truncheons, but you're
Yes.
going to tell us all about them, aren't you?
They're inherited from...
Are they?
Yes. My husband inherited them from an uncle and a great-great-grandfather who were both in the police force.
And was your husband...
No.
Is your husband
Army,
or was your
ex-army,
husband?
no.
Oh, so he's not police then?
No, nothing to
So
do
he
with
hasn't
it.
followed the family line through?
No.
And were these ones that they used, do you know?
We
or-
believe they did, but we're not certain. We think that one was used, the older one, but I'm presuming that they were used, not just decorative.
Well, they would have been a ceremonial thing in their day
Yeah.
rather than actually...
Yeah, beating
a
someone.
beating stick, yes. But of course, with their age, you'd get wear and tear, and something, you know, a bit later, be nice and glossy, could well have been repainted. But what's pleasing to hear is that they've come through the family and you know their history, because I'll be very honest with you, when you see a truncheon, a decorated truncheon like that, in that condition, today, I'm very suspicious. I'm sure a lot on the market are touched
They
or
are
repainted
original,
completely. That's
as far as we know.
That's good to hear, yeah. Why on earth aren't you keeping them?
They've been in the loft for some years, and I would like someone to display them and appreciate, I think, the age and the decorativeness.
Okay, well, they are quite sought after things. Well, this one's actually George III. It's all
Right.
signed up. I think it's actually dated as well.
Yes, it is.
Shield, coat of arms and monogram, and then he's got the 1814 and RS, so that could well have been the owner, so, but it doesn't mean...
No.
So that's fairly faded, but you're talking 200 years old, aren't you? So not surprised. What I like about this one, because it's right in my period, I like the Victorian period really, it's boxwood. Look at this lovely turning on the handle, and that's got a maker's name on the end here.
I had not looked at
And
that.
it's someone of Holborn in London, so it's probably a retailer come maker. It might be a maker, it's Parker, I don't recognise the name. I've gone on about them because I'm excited about them, but you know that, don't you?
I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, so let's see what we can do. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, £200.
I feel they have more value than that.
Do you? £220, £240, £250.
Evening, Susan. Evening all.
Hello.
The independent values on the auctioneers, they're in that 350 to 450. They're both within that area. The offer is good, but I think at this moment you can do better in auction. Think about it. Consider the auction house.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. I might have moved a little bit, but I'm not in those figures. So I think I wish you well. I do like them, I love them. But all the best at auction for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, will the Truncheons triumph at auction, or will they earn coppers? We'll find out after the break. Also coming up, Tim's up against a lady who knows her stuff.
And have you maybe done a little bit of dealing?
Yes.
A little bit of wheeler dealing
Yes.
in the past?
I used to have some very good finds.
You know what's hot
Well, a
and
little
what's
bit.
not,
A
don't
little
you, really?
It's dealer versus dealer.
60, 65.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. Before the break, we saw a pair of antique police truncheons beat off Stuart's offer of £250 and head to the sale room. Let's see how they do.
Why did you turn the 250 down?
I felt they might be worth more.
Okay. They're here on a reserve of £300. The estimate is 3 to 4. Are they going to make 300 today? We're about to find out.
There it is, commission interest here. I'll start the bidding at £300 with me.
Straight in at 300 on the reserve. You were absolutely right, and you did well to turn down 250.
At 320 if you want it. 320 in the room then, 340, 360, 380, 400.
400. I'm going to say this is getting back to the good old days when things were making proper money in the sale room.
£480 I'm bid for them. At £480 I'm bid for them. Are you all done at 480? At 480.
£480, a wonderful result.
I think so.
We take away the commission and we've got £432. What's your reaction to that?
I'm very pleased.
Delighted?
Yeah, absolutely.
The real deal was £432. That was a cracking deal.
For our final deal today, we've a striking collection and an owner who knows her stuff. It's going to be a good match. Waiting to see how it goes are David and auctioneer John King.
Lovely to meet you, and you've brought some Satsuma in today, Jo.
Yeah, yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you acquired it?
Well, I bought it from a friend, well, more an acquaintance really, and she said, would you be interested in this? So yes.
And have you maybe done a little bit of dealing?
Yes.
A little bit of wheeler dealing
yes.
in the past?
I used to have some very good finds, but nothing like this.
No. So you're in the right market, you know what's hot
Well,
and what's not, don't you, really?
But I'm very interested in this because I was getting worried, you know, of dust in it, that I might drop it off a shelf.
Well, we have had a little bit of an
exactly.
accident there.
Yeah, that was there when I bought it.
Was it? Right. I'm going to tell you what I know, but obviously you know what they are, don't you, really?
Well, I only know they're about 1900.
They're about 1900, maybe a little bit earlier than that. And this sort of like the generic term that we would call this is Satsuma. So it's Japanese as opposed to Chinese.
Yeah.
And in the 1890s, 1900s, 1910s, this was exported into the UK, and there are varying degrees of quality of Satsuma,
I'm sure.
varying degrees.
Yeah.
Now, yours are very good quality. They're very, very nicely painted. They've got seal marks on them here, which is always a very good sign. And we've got the book here, which I think is about 1908, which has got some quite nice colour plates in, and obviously it's got all the oriental marks in it as well.
Now, John, Satsuma, certainly on fire in the sale room.
Absolutely.
Turn of the century into the 20th century, and there is quality there. What's your feeling on them?
My favourite bit of the day, I have to say, I think. The two pyramid style ones, I think, are my favourite. Couldn't let go of them when I was looking at them earlier.
Where are you going to place your estimate?
500 to 800.
Okay. I know Tim likes this kind of merchandise, but what's he going to put on the table? Let's find out.
Have you got an idea of... Yes. You have, haven't you?
I have, yes, I have.
Right. I've got an idea, so let's see if we can meet somewhere in the middle.
I hope so.
So, I've come prepared, Jo.
Oh, goodness me!
Right. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 3.
He's not come up for air yet.
350, 4, 450, 470, 490, £500, Jo. And I brought these to match your lovely outfit today.
Very kind of you. It looks very good, I must say.
Very flattering, I must say, Tim, very flattering. Let me flatter you and tell you what the auctioneer said, and the independent value is 500 to 800.
Oh my.
This is an area, when it's hot, the trade comes out to play, and they do like some of these items. So there are some good ones and some average pieces in here, but together it will force the dealers to bid for the whole parcel. They will not be able to pick and choose. I have to tell you that if it goes to auction, we would expect it to achieve more.
Thank you, David, very much.
Oh, so what do you think to that, Jo?
Can you manage another 50?
Well, I could manage another 50.
I think I would settle for that.
550. I think what David was trying to say is that you might get a little bit more, Joe. I'm not trying to talk you out of taking the money.
I know. No. If that's your absolute rock bottom.
It is, Joe. I would feel comfortable with that.
I know you've got to make your way. And I've made a jolly good profit.
Have you? Tell me how much you paid, Joe.
200.
Oh, you have made a very good profit. Yes, yeah. I could do with taking you out when I go buying. Because you've got a very good eye. A very, very good eye.
Well, that's super. I'm very happy with that.
Are you happy?
Yes,
Well, that's fantastic.
Yes, I am.
Well, thank you very much for bringing it along today. It's been a pleasure to meet you, Jane. It's been lovely. Thank you very much.
So pleased. Thank you.
Good.
That's what we like to see, a very happy seller with a big pile of cash to pocket. But what about our dealers? Have they had any luck selling on their items? Mike bought the bus memorabilia containing books and hundreds of cards. He's managed to set off, but there's a long journey ahead. 3 cards sold, hundreds more to go. His wife must be delighted.
Oh, not buses.
He's not managed to sell the collection of pocket watches either. They're still spending time with him. Karen bought the camera table lighter, stuck even when she sold it for £50. But she was like the cat that got the cream when she sold her Mary Fedden print. It went for £180. Stuart held firm over his price for the silver and agate bracelet, just as well as he didn't make any profit for himself. It sold for £100. Finally, Tim hasn't passed on the straw work box just yet. But no matter, as he sold the Satsuma wear on for a fruity profit, it bought him £700.
We've had a great day here in Newbury. Lots of action, lots of buying, lots of selling. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. Bye for now.